All right, so if you've been watching my videos over the last 6 months, you know I like to ride bikes, which is why I got this cast on my hand currently, but that's for another video. I was actually approached back in November to shoot a documentary about a bike program that New Hope Community Bikes, a bike shop here in Hamilton, was running in conjunction with the OPP. So obviously I jumped at the chance and had the opportunity to go up back in February with Brandon and my brother Brody to capture a lot of the ice road challenge that they did to raise money for that program. Now, Pikangikum is a community that's 700 kilometers northwest of Thunder Bay. And to put that into perspective, that's about the same distance as if you were to drive from the Greater Toronto area down to Miami. That's in our own province, so it's a pretty long ways away. Now, if you Google Pikangikum, you'll get mainly bad press. Whether that be the forest fires they've had in the last few years, the tough living conditions, or the high suicide rates, but that's not the story that I'm there to tell. I've partnered with the OPP and New Hope Bikes and some of the members of the community to talk about kids being kids. Stoked to ride bikes, checking out some of the local trails that some of the locals like Rusty Keeper, who you'll meet, have actually gone out and built. These kids are learning how to build and maintain their own bikes, and it's a story that I thought was worth telling. So this is not that video yet. That's still being made, but this is a bit of a behind the scenes as to some of the stuff that we got up to this summer when we actually flew up to Pikangikum to get the bike program up and running and just see what the place is like. It's a pretty cool experience going up there. I saw the Northern Lights for the first time. But anyway, check out the video. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you again. Hey Andrew, will you be in my vlog? Did you expect any of what just happened to happen today? It was an interesting moment of the day for sure.
But where else could you get this done? That's the crazy thing with a day's notice. I love this place for that because the community, you have an idea that's going to help the kids and they just jump on it and everybody wants to help. So
yeah, it's a pretty sweet experience being up here for my second time now, but I'm gonna have to narrate the rest of this vlog because
It's a vlog, Josh. It's a vlog.
Damn it, it's a vlog.
No worries over nickels and dimes. Or 9 to 5
Send those last work emails in.
I gotta get loose sometimes.
Always working.
Seatbelts are on, they're self-explanatory. If you've been in the car in the last 70 years, they haven't changed. They're all the same. The first aid kit is in the back there, guys. We've got a fire extinguisher under here. The door, if you had to get out there and me and Scotty for some reason couldn't open it for you.
Get on up, if you don't know how, make it up. Let's play it loud and turn it up. You gotta go, shake it up. Time to get down, get on up. If you don't know how, then make it up. So play it loud and turn it up. You gotta go, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Oh, you gotta go, shake it up. This rhythm is bringing on the heat. Here to get you on your feet.
Now it's only a short 3-hour flight to Pikangikum, and our first stop was the bike shop. I was warned that Pikangikum can either be very dry and dusty, or it's super wet and muddy. And today, it was wet. Adam and Andrew are the architects of the program, so they've been involved from the beginning. And so as they opened the container to take inventory, you could feel the tension build to see what condition everything was in from the previous season. Now, luckily, there were only a few bikes and bike parts that needed to be tossed, so good start. Or so we thought.
Well, wait till they see what they owe us now. This is gonna be worth at least a couple bulldozers and a big hi-ho.
So, what used to be here?
A pump track. Not so much anymore. A couple rollers left.
What's your now?
It's par for the course for 2020.
Seriously.
What's step one here, Adam?
So we're just cleaning up. We're going to just kind of survey what we got going on here and then work on some staff. We need some staff for this place. So little bit of a challenge ahead of us because of our pump track being gone, but we work around it. There's trails. There's always trails.
Once we dropped off the dead bikes to the dump, we caught the sunset at a gorgeous little point on the lake. That far north, the sunsets are just stunning. And even though these time lapses were out of focus, I had to include them. First time seeing the northern lights, and they did not disappoint. Our second day, we had some of the new shop employees come out to learn some basic bike build and repair skills, as well as helmet fit. And thanks to our friends at Louis Garneau, we had some brand new bikes for them to work on to get a feel for how a bike should go together.
Go just above up to the nose there, so eyebrows to the top of your helmet, okay? You guys like some pizza?
2 fingers, my dear. Tape second. Take in your whole hand, okay? Not that. Just 2 of their fingers. Yeah.
The next morning, it was our turn to get out on a ride. And even though we had been out in the community for 3 days now, I still hadn't had a chance to really see the community. Now, Adam and Erica had both been deployed in Pekanjigum in the past, so we were guided through some of the trails in different parts of town. My bike of choice was the Brody Omega, and I've got to tell you, it was pretty fun for an older hardtail. We started out on the boardwalk that the kids built a few years ago as a part of a summer project before heading into our first trail. Oh, and by the way, this is Nina. She's pretty awesome and has a YouTube video of her own. I'll link it above.
So we're going no seatbelt but a helmet. Is that?
Gets nice and tight, and just flip that over. There you go.
Do that is move the bearing system opposite to the wind cranks. They also go. Then is our headset bearings. So our headset bearings are this section right here.
Wheel. Just make sure it's proper.
So they kind of bulldozed the pump track over there, and then we found out they're going to put a building here. So these we're going to have to move one way or the other. So we're going to pack everything up and then drag it a kilometer that way, and then move the other one as well. So last time it got dragged, it was snowy and the roads were covered with ice, so it moved probably a lot easier than it's going to tomorrow. So a little bit apprehensive about that.
Rusty and the other bike shop staff led the kids on a group ride while also teaching them bike safety and handling skills, while we continued to prep the shop for its big move.
They know how to listen also, like especially when we talk in our own language, they understand.
For sure. And how did you find it, Christian? Yeah.
I saw some kids signal in the time.
Amazing. Sweet. And then I saw you had an issue with one of the girls at the back right at the start. What was going on there?
She had her strap was a little too thick and I had to like loosen it a bit.
Now Adam worked his magic and got permission to move the shipping container to the school, where we hoped it would give more access to the kids and would finally have electricity running to the shop. I think I can speak for everyone involved to say that it was a huge undertaking to move the containers. There were a lot of moving parts, including keeping the 20 or so kids safe while they ran around the container as it was moved. Also, a huge thanks to all the guys who came out to move the container with their heavy lift equipment. The last piece of this puzzle would be to get all of the bikes back in and organized. So that's a bit of a behind the scenes look as to what we did up in Pekangicum this year. I plan on getting back up there when this guy's healed up a little bit more and to check in on the shop, see how they're doing as they hopefully transition the program into an after school program as well. If you want to donate to the Keep Pedalin' in Pekangicum program, I will leave a link in the description below. Every little bit helps, and let's just keep kids rolling on two wheels. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Give a better thumbs up than I can. That'd be great.
Oh,
You're okay?
oh yeah. Oh. That was fun.